Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Grapplers and Gimmicks 2-pack. This time, Diana Hart Smith, Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Grapplers and Gimmicks unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Diana Hart Smith and the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, the latest and greatest 2-pack from Grapplers and Gimmicks. But of course, for all your Grapplers and Gimmicks needs, head over to grapplersandgimmicks.com. Tell them Kyle sent you. Pick up these, get your pre-orders in, all kinds of stuff going. Really a breakneck speed over there with Mitch and the team at old Hastel Toys, Grapplers and Gimmicks. A lot of figures coming and going, pre-orders going up all the time, a lot to keep track of, but a lot of good figures, and we say it with all these videos here from the Grapplers and Gimmicks. Constant learning, constant improvement, we do get that for the most part. We also get a heck of a lot of British Bulldog figures. This is another British Bulldog figure. The last Grapplers and Gimmicks figure we unboxed on the channel was also a British Bulldog. So he's milking that license. You got to do it. You got to get the most out of your molds. You got to get the most out of your license. We know how that goes here. But Diana Hart Smith makes this 2-pack really seem legit here. I like this a whole lot, and this is one of the first packs we heard about with Grapplers and Gimmicks. I don't know about packs, but the Diana Hart Smith, they got the solicitation, showed off the drawings, and a lot of people are like, what is this? What is going on? Myself included. I was like, I can't see myself buying Diana Hart Smith. However, it's improved. It looks like a very good figure here, but I think what they needed to do, and they did, is put this with Davey Boy Smith. Now it gives that SummerSlam feel back in the day, her rooting him on out in the audience. This 2-pack works. I think Diana Hart Smith by herself does not work. So I like how they did this. They paired this up. That works for me, brother, as one may say. Of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel as well. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. But a very interesting 2-pack, and we'll do some comparisons later on in this video as well. Got the Grapplers and Gimmicks logo hanging tight up there, looking good. It's, of course, his logo, so you got to brand it. It's all about branding at the end of the day. Got the 2 figures here. Got the very Hasbro style on the side. What's it say? With Bulldog Bite and with the Smith Slam. Watch out for that Diana Hart Smith Slam. She tried to slam me at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in Waterloo about 5 years ago. I would have let her, too. I would have let her. But Diana Hart Smith looking really good here. Real vintage style figures. Hastel Toys and Collectibles. Got their autographs on here as well. Ages 18 and up. You 17-year-olds, you're not prepared for this. You're not prepared. 18 and up here. Got little comic versions of the characters here on the front. On the back, got the cross-sell. Got some Ron Rudat drawings. Got some Jibber. Got some Jabber. Got a lot going on here. Collect them all. Mark Canterbury, Dennis Knight, Nelson Frazier Jr., Bobby Horn, British Bulldog 92, and Diana Hart Smith, of course. Looking interesting, and you got the black and white background there, very Hasbro-like once again. Now, can I get them off the card without destroying the card? One thing I will say, these are never going to fall off the card. They are on here so tight, it's actually amazing how tight these figures are onto the card. I think they could loosen them up a little bit, to be honest. They're on here a little bit too tight. I get they don't want falling off the card like what happened a year ago or so with the Smoke Train. But man, oh man, very tough to get these figures out without just totally destroying the carding here. I'm trying my best, though. I'm trying my best. I'm going to snake them out here off the side. Look at that. Like a true professional. Like a true professional. See you later, goodbye. I do keep the backing cards for these as well, so I'll put that out there into the ether. But now we got 2 figures, and of course, we're going to do it. It's a ladies first channel. We're going to start ladies first here with Diana Hart Smith, and she kind of looks like she came from a different toy line. Kind of reminds you of like an 80s or 90s movie toy line figure, which isn't a bad thing because this is supposed to represent a 90s toy line, as we do know. But looking good. She's got the big old fringe jacket going on. Always reminds me of my wife when she's like, oh, I need a fringe jacket and a fringe purse. Fringe is so in right now. And then literally we turned the corner. We were walking in the street and some old hippie with full-on fringe was there. And I said, yeah, you and that guy, you guys would be twins is what you could be. So whenever I think of fringe, I do think of that. But man, spot on. It's funny how such a kind of drab, plain Jane outfit she was wearing has just like been burned into our brains if you were watching wrestling at the time. Like you see this, you know know that outfit the minute you see it. It's a wild thing. We got fringe all over the place. Got the buckles going on as well. Good head sculpt here. I don't know if I could place it in a lineup. I don't know if I'm that familiar with her face all the time, but all together as a unit does work for me. Black pants, black boots going on, 2 open hands. Articulation, arms all the way around, head back and forth. Waist, no legs, no nothing. So you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Hassel Toy 2024, made in China. Shout out to China. Sure, why not? But there it is. Not a lot to it, but doesn't need to be a lot to it. Diana Hart-Smith getting it done in her first and only action figure. Very cool for her to get an action figure. I mean, carrying on the tradition of the Harts getting action figures, I guess, is what we got right there. But now, the main event player, of course, the guy that brought us to the show here, it is the British Bulldog. And this is the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, at his most gassed. I mean, he is just looks like he's about ready to explode. I feel like if you get a thumbtack and you popped him, guts and blood everywhere is what would happen. But man, he is jacked, he is big, he is bloated is what he looks like, of course, at the time. And Bulldog was just a little guy. He was under 6 feet tall, and I guess if you're under 6 feet tall, you're a little guy is how I view it. I'm a little guy. I'm like 6'1", 6'2", and I'm a little guy because I'm the littlest runt in my family. Dad 6'8", Grandpa 6'6", Uncle 6'6", Aunt 6'3". I'm just a little guy. I've been living that little guy life at 6'1", 6'2", whatever I am. Depending on what shoes on, socks on, you know how it goes there. But Bulldog, man, just looking big, looking very cartoonish, very exaggerated, and I guess that's what Hasbro-style figures definitely are. Arms all the way around on this one, waist articulation, a little side to side on the head. That's about all you get for the articulation. But it looks like he's ready for SummerSlam, of course. Got Bulldog on the forearm guards there, Bulldog down in the pants, repping that Union Jack, of course. BB on the side, of course, looking for Butterfinger BBs. Yes, a forgotten candy bar. Everybody loved Butterfinger BBs, especially Davey Boy Smith putting BB over there. What? Oh my gosh, my dog Lemmy, he talks to me. He just said, Kyle, that's not Butterfinger BBs. You sure? You sure, Lemmy? Yeah, he says sure. He says it stands for British Bulldog. So you're a dog, so I guess you would know, Lemmy. So shout out to Lemmy over there on the couch, of course. But looking good as far as this one goes here. Big smiling face on Davey Boy as well. He does got those Stevie Wonder braids with the beads in it. Whenever I see somebody with braids and beads in it, I immediately think of Stevie Wonder. I don't know why it is, but I do. But he does look like that. But man, he's a big, big boy right here. Made in China as well. Hassel Toys 2024. A big, beefy monster of a figure is what he is. And there's the power couple. Ready to go, ready to party, ready to go to SummerSlam. And beat up Bret Hart is what they're ready for. And speaking of Bret Hart, we got him right here. Oh, a family torn apart. Family torn apart is what that one is, of course. She didn't know which way to go. She had to root for her husband, though, at the end of the day. You always got to default to your husband, I do believe. So we got that going on. And then, of course, we do got the Bulldog, the last Bulldog we did unbox on the channel. There is a redo of this one with a little bit of changes, a variant, a little differences there. That is out now. It's for New York Comic Con. So be on the lookout for that one if you're after that as well. But the Bulldog riding in style here once again. Truly the year of the Bulldog. We could do the top 5 Bulldog figures for 2024 very easily if we needed to. But this Bulldog, really good. A little bit more exaggerated, especially in the sizing. But I'm okay with that. It's not a bad deal, especially when you're dealing with retro-style figures. It does work for me. And it is cool to get Diana Hart-Smith. Like I said, I love that they put these two together instead of separate. I don't think she would have sold on her own. But in this pack here, it just really does work, especially for me. But does it work for you? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this YouTube channel. And all the content it brings, both YouTube channels do funnel to the Patreon. You get early access to all the videos. You get bonus content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. It's all over there on the old Patreon. Appreciate the support. You can also pick up my book over there now on Kindle and Amazon Barnes & Noble. But Kindle edition just released of the Jakks Classic Superstars book, the complete guide, as you know. Sir Paul 64 is where you're going to find me on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Diana Hart-Smith and the British Bulldog 2, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.